they've got some really cool plays, some good, interesting talent, but it's definitely going to take them a while to really get into the swing of things to be able to keep up with some of these other
all of
players.
these people, I think, have a very unique playstyle, so that means they are going to have to master their playstyle for a long time.
Oh yeah, it really takes a lot of time to get things to work.
Ripha really is playing full default today. What is going on?
Yeah, actually, I was really confused. I was like, he's chosen the buff instead of Ice Dragon, and then I'm like, and then you say that, I'm like, oh yeah, he's been defaults the entire time.
Same. I was like, okay, travel. Oh, it's a buff.
Default Ninjara is actually a really, really dangerous character. Honestly,
in default, generally, yes. Defaults formats, yeah.
I'd honestly go as far to say, as default Ninjara is probably the highest tier default character and arms loadout in arms. It's just
he's good, but Springman also. Like
Springman is really good.
It is,
but Ninjara does have some good counters for Springman in that Tri-Blast, and the buff just being really good at punching down a lot of Springman's attacks.
I think Springman and Ripha, Springman and Ninjara generally are pretty have a lot of similarities. But as both are pretty grounded characters, both can slip through. Both have the tri-arm, and both have a homing arm, normal arm, a glove. That was the word. Yeah.
And that's two of the best things they could have. The big difference that makes Ninjara a little less prominent in the competitive scene in terms of default is just the fact that default Ninjara is exceptionally hard to use well.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be on top of your game so much in order for it to actually work out in any way.
I find interesting how Ninjara is a used character. Generally the Asian scene. We can there is so prominent. Generally people play way more spam heavy outside.
I think a lot of the reason why Ninjara isn't picked too often is because most people are just uncomfortable with the prospect of dealing with the shield.
Yeah,
there is a trampling out.
Because he's very vulnerable with the shield against rushes, especially flurry rushes. But we see the trampling.
Once you learn how to dodge those rushes as Ninjara, while he generally struggles against them at first, once you learn, he is exceptionally good at countering some of those rushes out there.
Definitely. I mean, we've seen it in the tourney last 2 days ago. 2 days ago, yeah. When I played versus Ripha and I had my rush out. I had no rush flurry, but when you're very close to Ninjara and you hit a rush on his shield, he like really rips the camera in that moment, so he gets a lot of time to hit you.
Yeah, he just gets free reign of everything all of a sudden, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess it's basically missing a rush on Coil, where it's like, oh, I missed them. Guess they get a grab on me.
And with that, actually, Ninjara is pretty good at rush countering.
Oh yeah.
It's a 1-1.
Gonna get caught out by this one though.
Yeah. And Ripha has the rush, so he can go advantages with me. But he only hit the shield, but that's gonna break it. 60 damage for it. Okay.
Plus all the chip damage. That's basically 180 that he was able to land.
Yeah.
Grimwood does have a rush that could potential KO, but he's gotta get. He's not even gonna get the chance!
The homing.
He's like right out by that buff.
The buff homing. That was really nicely curved.
That was exceptionally aimed.
Yes.
Heading up next, we are going to be going to Dan's lab for our next match.
Dan's lab?
And Ripha is going to switch over to another exceptionally prominent default character. I'd probably say if these would be like the top 2 default characters. Like Ninjara Twin Tail, we would put Springman
Oh
right
my
alongside them.
God, he's playing Twin Tail.
Yeah, that's right.
Interesting Springman set though, to be honest. A Chiller, a Roaster, and a Tri-Blast. Pretty much all arms you rarely see on Springman because it's mostly the exact opposite. You mostly just see Toaster and Treble on Springman. Which are
this is a reverse
very good.
default.
Yeah, almost default, almost.
We have the pure default Chan Ripha facing off against the corrupted.
Corrupted, yes.
Anti-default Grimwood.
I love anti-default. That something exists is so cool. So different.
I love the prospect of it. It's hilarious and amazing.
Yes.
A nice rush on Grimwood's part, but Ripha going to be able to safely block through it. Grimwood does have a solid health lead.
Grimwood keeps getting those Tri-Blast explosions for 50.
Yeah, it's
you can
really
see
helping him out.
That is why Tri-Blast, I believe, is very good against Ripha because Tri-Blast, the explosion still hits when he just hits the arm or actress aura. It most definitely almost hits. Always.
And it looks like Ripha is going to try to go in with a counter. Equips the Parasol as a strong tool just to wall out
He's
Grimwood
trying
a
to
bit
counter
more.
that Tri-Blast. Yeah. And he might be trying to go for a rush confirm to win the fight. But that is pretty odd with Parasol.
Yeah. The risky thing about the Parasol too is just the fact that if you miss with it, you're left very vulnerable. It suffers from a lot of the same issues that Funchuck has, where...
It depends. If you are in a boxing state, it can get really advantageous because it does come back very fast. It just launches slowly. So that
at close range, it actually boxes especially good because that retraction is basically nil. The farther away though, it takes a lot longer to recover at longer distances than a lot of the other arms.
Yeah.
But because of its huge body, it kind of balances out. So the big risk with a Parasol is missing. If you miss with the Parasol, then you're in a world of hurts.
Oh, hits the rush. That is a win for Grimwood here in that round. Is it a best of 5?
This will be a best of 5.
Okay, so Ripha has 2 more rounds to win here. If he wins the next one. But that is a match point here if Grimwood wins the next one.
Yeah. Score right now 1-1 for both players. We still have a lot to go from this potentially.
It was 1-1. I thought that was a 2-1.
No,
Alright.
Not yet.
Wait, what was the first match? What did Ripha play?
That was his default Ninjara.
Oh, exactly.
And there have been no other matches between these two, at least on stream here today, so.
Great.
And we're getting default Masango going back in.
On the Temple Ground main stage. Home stage. Ooh.
And of course,
I'm not
going to even use that.
I like how Grimwood mentioned that he keeps playing Springman. That is actually something that I actually like about tournaments. You keep when you like say the name of the character you're going to play if you just won.
Springman's actually generally, you don't see him too often these days, especially with Resolve being a lot less prominent of a base. But Springman is an exceptionally solid character still. He is so as I've said before, he's the Mario of this game. He's very balanced.
Really.
He's easy to pick up and learn.
The game generally is very balanced. I wouldn't say he's fully balanced.
He's balanced in his stats overall. Like he's got a decent movement speed. He's got a good enough jump.
Oh yeah.
He's got a nice general ability that's easy to kind of recognize how it works and utilize.
Pretty much an all star. Yeah.
Where a lot of the other characters are a little more unique with how things work with them.
The rush did not hit because the mask did deflect it, although it was not on the graphical side. That happens a lot, but Grimwood gotta stay through here. Blocks the rush. Gets the air tri-blast. Now possibly just 2 hits away from a win. Oh.
Almost gets the 2 hits, but it's gonna be a
Yeah.
Chilla coming in at the end, and that's gonna allow Grim to take
That was quick.
another
That was
round.
quick at the end.
Yeah, that was a very fast
now
flurry
we
of
see
attacks between the
Scully
players.
and Glacier
The
might
Scully's
be Glacier might be very good here because of the explosion that it has. That means
The Glashier's definitely gonna come in handy. The Scully might struggle a lot though because Grimwood has 2 very strong arms at fighting back against the Scully. The Chilla
Yeah.
having a large body to it, and the Tri-Blast being vastly superior of the light arms
Yeah.
in these kind of matches.
Definitely. I think he's mostly going to try to hit confirm that with Glacier. With the Scully and then Glacier. But as he does not have a very shield type arm down, it's very tough. I like how the Glacier like kind of sit there behind him and then hit him because of the Scully pushed him back in the rush. So that's a 2-1 here for Grimwood.
Yeah, Grimwood able to take another round off of Ripha. Default Masengo, yeah, it is truly struggles. Like, Customs Masengo struggles enough when he's in disadvantage.
Is it exactly the? It's exactly the opposite of Springman's default. As Springman is very balanced in terms of having from everything something, but Masengo really does not have a balanced default set. I feel like they just put out the default arms to have it like spread all around all the characters in customs, and they absolutely did not care for his default. Just like with Koi.
Oh yeah, no, a lot of.
They just had like some cool ideas, I think.
There's some, you can pick up a couple ideas here and there that they did have some idea of balancing defaults, but it's clear that the way they designed this game was, okay, so we want to make sure the defaults are at least decent enough so you can play this character. Because you have to start with these arms. Chances are you're starting off with just defaults. So you have to be able to just pick one of these loadouts and be able to at least get some success.
Actually, we're seeing not a default here, I gotta mention.
Oh yeah, no, it's Ice Dragon!
We're playing
I totally didn't even notice!
Whoa! And we're playing 2 gloves, Chilla and Roaster. And Ripha is really sweeping him right now. Really?
Yeah, I don't think Grimwood was not ready for that Ice Dragon. Not in the slightest.
Yeah, Ripha really catching him. I'm going serious now.
Yeah. The glove has come off, and underneath it was an Ice Dragon.
Yeah, and Ripha has Rush as well as Grimwood, and Ripha will probably take the lead Rush, as he is good at countering those. But
Oh yeah.
it goes to round 2 in this match 4 now. So both still have Rush. Grimwood going with Roaster Tri-Blast now. Let's see if that makes a difference.
The Tri-Blast is probably going to help out a little bit as it just allows him to catch Rippa's sweeping movements a bit more. And because of that Tri-Blast, he's going to be able to connect that rush.
Yeah.
This is out on the finishing touch again. That's something that I see a lot of players do, is a lot of them still seem to struggle to grasp how to properly get the right finishing touch on their arms, and
Yeah.
it causes them frequently to lose 50, 100.
Definitely. Execution is everything in this game. Every little thing will change the game.
Yeah, a lot of players really don't have... They
Oh,
haven't
confirmed.
done the
That's
practice, like finding these confirms like Ripha did.
Knowing your timing.
Grim
Whoa.
wants to get in with the rush here.
Grim
He's trying to
seems
close
get
in.
Very aggressive to get this rush. Exactly. He might get this because of the Ripha shield, but it does not kill because it was not full rush. But
He
God,
does
that's
get one
good.
more poke.
so that is round 3 in this game 4, and that might be it if Grimwood wins this one.
Yeah, if Grimwood's able to find his way into this, he can move on in the advantage side of the grand finals.
Good movement by Grimwood there. He hits the Travelers and instantly moves to the left and jump in. That was pretty good. I know how to like. He just did that because of he was trying to make sure that Dragon will not hit him.
Yeah.
But that was intelligent. But Ripha is making a way back here. Really good reads with the Dragon. You can see that.
And constantly catching Grim as he's jumping a lot. Grim is very hoppy, and it's allowing him some nice setups, but it's also allowing Grimwood to get some really strong punishes when he's just throwing out these jumps out of line.
Yes. It is important when playing Springman, and once you utilize your jumps, that you have to be knowing at what distances you gotta jump and how and when you gotta jump, because otherwise you're always going to be very punished for that. Because Springman does not have the good air game, as we all know, but he can still play it with that. And he can also play that.
That's gonna be a shield break.
Hopping game, and that is a game 5 for you. Let's go. I think he actually tried to jump there, I think.
What likely was going to happen if he shielded that entirely, he would have survived, chances are, but he would have been left very vulnerable to a punish, so he decided that his only option was to jump out of the way. That would only work on a character like Ribbon Girl, though. Yeah. Springman's just too slow with that, and he got caught. Alright. What will be the determining round?
Sparring Ring and Ribbon Girl. Ribbon Girl.
I don't feel like this is that great of a stage for Ribbon Girl, but it looks like Grim's going to try to go with a wide coverage loadout here to just.
I think they're pretty even in this match. In this match, Ice Dragon is not very good on Sparring Ring, but he might swap to Salamander later. Salamander.
Yeah, we might see Commander come out.
Grimwood has a tribal, so that means he can stun confirm if he gets close and hits the tribal, and that is likely gonna happen on Sparring Ring. Really, tribal is really good on Sparring Ring, just because it's.
We've already seen that too. Yeah. That was the first hit for Grimwood. While Ice Dragon isn't normally that great in Sparring Ring, that's not necessarily the case for a player like Ripha. As he's already has a health lead. He lost that rush due to a very solid counter from Grimwood.
That is very punishing now, especially because Grimwood has the rush now. They're both same HP right now, so Ripha had the lead before, but okay, Ripha almost has the rush back now. And he does counter that. And so Ripha is at
just straight up nopes it right out of Grimwood. And now Grim, in critical condition, is going to get KO'd by this rush.
Yeah.
Ripha.
Dragon Arm really gets that punish on the rush like that.
Oh god,
nice finishing touch. Nice finishing touch.
It looked a little dicey early in, but once Ripha just started to get a couple of trades, all of a sudden it looked so much more in his control.
And we see the slam. That is interesting because Salamander is really good at catching him in the really good, and we can see that he also might be going for a win confirm here. Interesting. And Grimwood is switching out to Ram. So he seems to be going for more
Chakram.
More close matchup here. Ripha actually we see the rush.
There is a Winyabuki, and that is a KO. Literally a perfect, moving into the grand finals.
Whoa, perfect 29 seconds. Like that 30-second mark is always like so satisfying to win against someone.
That was a hot finish.
Really hot to the end.
That was a classic Ripha hot moment.
Ripha really getting on, like tryharding there at the end, going serious, showing him, nah, I'm the master.